everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to the last after-school special show before Christmas. So, folks, we are going to be reviewing. We're finally at the end, the last episode of Hawkeye. So we have, of course, our guest Enzo Hodges down there at the bottom, and we got Fat Steven Seagal. How are you guys doing?
What are you doing to me?
I was saying the same thing. Oh my god.
Well, think about it. I gotta watch this too.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this too and yell at the screen and throw stuff and just like,
I didn't.
come on, really make me at least work.
I didn't even yell at the screen. And technically, we can make this a
Yeah.
half-hour episode because we pretty much called all of the plot
Facts.
last week.
Within the first like couple of minutes. I'm like, you kind of want to be right, but
Wrong too.
yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah, exactly, but wrong at the same time. Or if you're right, they drag it out to the literally end where it's like, oh, okay, but I didn't see it coming. I thought maybe I saw it coming.
Yeah.
you don't understand. You don't understand. But you're my partner. No, you're not
You're my partner.
You're not my partner. Hold on, I'm walking here while drinking my coffee and shoving these rib bones in weird orifices.
I'm like, wait a minute, she's your partner already? Really?
Can
Okay.
I just jump to one quick fact? Can I just I'm sorry, if I take an arrow to the freaking chest, I'm not gonna be like tickles and go kick ass spray some shit near the heart.
Dude, he
Dude.
took an arrow to the chest. He got hit by a car, and then
Load up by
punched-
arrows.
and then he punched Kate, and she did not die. I was like, really?
You're
No.
starting to annoy me.
There's my face for the last 6 episodes. There it is.
I saw that. I'm gonna welcome the chat in a minute.
Sorry, I
But
jumped right in there.
I saw that and said, well, there was two parts. Okay. The one that, first of all, there was the shot, which was her and Yelena. I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. She's an assassin and she's just playing around with you. F that. No. She should have immobilized your ass right in the beginning, whether it's slam her head in the elevator door and boom, done with that. But no, they have to play this little game going on, with her getting in the way. So that was bad enough. Then, like you guys were saying at the end, where her as big as freaking Kingpin is.
I'm sorry,
As
didn't Daredevil have
big
problems
as
with Kingpin?
Kingpin is. And she's throwing punches like, yeah, I can land it. Honey, you were not Mike Tyson.
Even Hawkeye was just like, oh, you were on par with Kingpin. Not a lot of people can say that because they're all dead. They're dead. They're all dead. Oh my god.
We went back to that Daredevil series, the last scene where he's
Yeah.
fighting Daredevil,
Mhm.
and Daredevil gets his butt whooped.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Takes a
so
woman
Kate's
to do it,
better
man.
than stronger? Kate's
Yeah.
stronger than Daredevil? That's what you're telling me?
All right,
So-
I'm gonna have to go and granted, I'm supposed to watch Daredevil. I already put that on my list, so I can go and
Check
watch
it,
that.
yeah.
I'm just like,
You got a porn bot.
I do.
Yeah,
Oh, it's such a lovely. Oh man, I must be. You know what? I must be getting up there in the world
You made it. Yeah, you know.
because now I'm getting porn bots. Now I'm getting porn bots.
You gotta
Um,
hide this user, guys. Yeah, there you go. Hide it. You just
Yeah.
timed out. He'll be back in 300 seconds.
Yeah. So let's.
But
It's not even that. I'm sorry. Renner does not look good in purple.
no,
Yeah.
no.
And
He-
Kate
he-
made in the oh my god, I called that too. I'm like, oh my god,
Just,
oh my god.
oh God! But first of all, I'm gonna welcome you, lovely.
sorry,
people.
I'm sorry.
Even the little porn bot that snuck in. So thank you. I'm
Stripped
getting
without
up there in the
clothing. Hell
world.
yeah, I gotta get this link.
First of all, we have a Polynese minion who says hello all. Well, hello to you, my dear. So good seeing you. Good seeing you. And we have Christine the Killer Car who says Merry Christmas. And also, my dear, you do have a member message that I saw, and you've been a member for 4 months. So thank you so very, 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 very much. I appreciate each and every one of you members. She says, still love the hat, still want one. Yeah, Disney Disney, they were jerks because they pretty much made this 1 year. So they made a Stitch hat, they made a Tigger hat, okay, for Christmas, Santa hats. Haven't made them since. So from what I hear, these are going on eBay for like $500.
Oh wow.
If I wear them in a park, I get stopped. I feel like I should have security with me because Disney nerds are just like, I'll give you money for it. I give you $100 for it. It's like I didn't. I thought about it, but I'm like, no. I like this hat because it reminds me of when Disney actually had some imagination with their merch. You know, so it was cool to have stuff like this. Let's see. We have John Ware Jr. Hello. Say, be glad I'm not on the panel. I would rant nonstop for an hour. Dude, when I was watching this, stopped it, walked around, ranted, sat back down, made sure there were those sharp objects. That was like rinse, repeat throughout the whole freaking episode.
It was bad. It was horrible.
Goodness. If you think it's bad, you know how we know it's really, really bad? Because sites like IGN are acting like this is the second coming. That's how we know
right.
It is
crap.
the second coming. It's the second coming of not giving a crap.
Goodness. And yeah, chill a little harder. Any harder. Ekley Thomason, hello. Thank you for being a member. He says hello. Hello to you. Hello to you. And Daniel Hall says, yell and throw stuff at the screen. This was not as bad as STD or Picard. Oh, Picard was ass. I was stark raving mad with Picard.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I like STD, so I can't say nothing about that. But
you like STDs?
I do. No, the show.
You like Star Trek Discovery?
Yeah, I do like it. I do like it.
Well, it's like you like.
So nice having you on the show, Enzo. We're going to find another
I
Enzo for the next Marvel Disney series. Thank you very much for being here.
I was gonna watch it, and then I was warned, and I said, "Okay, I'll not watch it." And I said, well, Picard should be okay, right? Right?
No, they made the man.
I wish I'd never watched it. I really
did. It started good, and then it just
that was called the intro song.
Yeah,
and then it turned into CSI Starfleet. And not in a good way. Not in a good way.
I thought it was called Apologetic Trek.
Well, it was that too.
I'm sorry. I'm just a white man.
It was a mix of just crap. Oh my God. Clay Thomason said this could have all been solved easily if they used nothing but Pym arrows on all the baddies, especially Kingpin. Yeah, it would have been over.
Did anyone else notice that Arwen's roided owl made an appearance in this episode and took that truck away?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
it reminded me of a video. It reminded me of this video that I saw where these like guys like went and they like let this little mouse loose out in the forest and was like, oh, we let it go free, and this owl swooped down and picked it up and took it away. That's what it reminded me of right there. I thought it was a Harry Potter owl or something.
And here comes the statement of truth again. This is not criticizing anyone who likes this show, who are fans of Marvel Disney franchises, stuff like this. We're not criticizing you. We're just toxic. We're just freaking toxic.
You like what you like, and well, unlike Loki, I actually watched this and saw like some parts of it that I like, but we'll get to it in a bit. Charlie says there's talk about Disney doing the Secret Invasion story from the comics. I did hear that. Skrull shapeshifters invade Earth. I'm thinking Kingpin is one of them, or the writers are just crap. Could go other way. I got some thoughts about Kingpin.
But even if he was going to get hit, like at least show like he's wearing like some type of protective armor around him.
Yeah.
But like even if it was a Skrull, you at least see some type of bodily injury. It went in him.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's not like he's leaking Pillsbury Doughboy dough. He nothing. Just sat there in his Hawaiian shirt going, I'm a little bit tickled.
God. John Ware Jr. says Tracksuit Mafia became the Foot from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990.
Bro, my gun. I can't get my gun, bro. What's up with my gun, bro? When he magnetizes the whole rink.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Christina Killicora says, have to admit, I haven't seen this, but from what I hear, I'm not missing anything. Um, yes and no. No, not missing anything in general, but honestly, and I'm gonna bring this up now, the best part had to be the cringy, full full number from Rogers the musical at the end of the credits. Okay, that is coming to a Disney park near you. I swear to God.
When I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, Lorena's gonna like that. She wanted to see the whole thing. Now
I
you
wanted
got
to see
it.
the whole thing. It was cringe as hell.
Oh God, it was horrible.
They could have just boiled Hawkeye down to him seeing that, turning down his hearing aid, and like drifting off into somewhere with like whatever for about 20 minutes and coming back and boom, that would have done it. And that would have been perfect. It was so cringe and I liked it for all the
What up, Yellow?
wrong reasons. Yellow does it. Says the trick hours were fun. Yeah. The montage and the sequence using them. But like Saturday morning
Cartoon
cartoon
fun. Yeah.
fun. What did you guys think of trick hours?
I was just like, how could they have an arrow for every situation, man? You know what I mean? He shoots the arrow, it hits the ground and has that spinny thing on it, and it hits everybody around him. They were standing in the exact perfect position to get hit by that arrow. And I was like, come on now. It was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
What too fast, Steven?
No comment.
Silence is very telling. He's like,
yeah, no
I don't
comment.
want to talk about a freaking arrow. What about the darn spider web arrow? I said, are you for real?
Exactly.
You see that one?
Exactly. An arrow for every situation, you know?
Everything. I just that takes away from it because you know there should be some kind of vulnerability there, but it's just like they just have everything. And PKL Entertainment, hello, says hi Lorena, how are you? I'm doing well, doing well. I really felt Kingpin was done such a massive disservice. Can't wait to hear what you felt about how they treated the character. Hope you're doing well. Here's the part where I blow up.
Do
Okay.
it.
First of all, everybody's telling me about Kingpin and just how much of a badass he is in Daredevil. All right. So you see the picture, the video of him from the last episode. I'm thinking, oh, this dude is going to come in there and just start cutting heads off and doing what he's supposed to do. They made him into a caricature. I've never seen this man's acting before, but it seemed like it was very restrained. And it was just a caricature, and that's how they treated him and how he went out in the end. Okay, granted, you didn't see the gunshot, but really, that's what you do to a character like this. It's I don't like that. It's didn't feel right to me.
I have to give you the benefit of the doubt, Lorena, that maybe he wasn't put out like that. We just hear shots. For all we know, he could have damaged Echo badly, and he still got away.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's dead either. Yeah.
Right. That's kind of like what I get. It's like I can give that, like, okay, we didn't really see him get shot. It's kind of like in Squid Game where you didn't see the old guy get shot. You just assumed he got shot, but there was so much buildup that's what you believe. So it's like I could give him the benefit of the doubt of that, but I just really think that they did not use Kingpin as they should have. He just didn't seem like the insurmountable bad guy to me.
Right.
Yeah, he just didn't.
And the Daredevil series was more grounded kind of thing. So I don't know if he was like doing the type of thing of ripping off car doors and stuff like he did on this one, but I was like, okay, they got Kingpin doing powerful Kingpin stuff. But then he should have wrecked Kate. That fight should have been like 2 seconds.
He would have broken her rib cage. I'm sorry, she got punched. No armor. Her rib cage would be done. She'd be on the ground. She wouldn't be breathing.
This is the thing that I don't like. And again, this gets into the whole MCU category. Okay. There's a difference between how, like, say, Natasha Romanoff fights a dude bigger than her. Okay. She's
Mm-hmm.
not going for body blows with this dude. She's trying to trip him most of the time. And she's got different kinds of devices to make up the difference. It's like, the difference between, if you're a woman and you're carrying a firearm, you want one that's going to, put a crater in somebody.
Right.
That's the equalizer. But you can't tell me that this little girl, about 110 pounds, maybe soaking wet, is going to beat up Kingpin like that. No. And I'm insulted that you try to make me believe that.
Hey, listen, Kingpin did mess her up, right? Like, she didn't really do much to him. He was flinging her around. But the point is, like, if he can rip a car door off of a car and he punches her like he did, there's no getting up from that. There's just none.
She should have been down for the count. Down goes Frazier. You don't see her getting back up until everything is over.
Facts. That is a fact.
Oh, and thank you for subscribing, Shadow Raptor. I sure do appreciate that, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Yellow Does It says Kingpin was beating Kate up the entire fight. It seemed like he wasn't trying to kill her. That's the problem with that fight. That and the fact that he was written to fight her at all. What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Fast Steven.
Maybe also because he still didn't want to damage her too much because he still wanted Eleanor back.
Yeah, hey, I get it. Like, I don't think he was trying to kill her either. But I'm just saying, the way he punched her, she's not getting up from that. I'm sorry. You just established that he is this powerful guy that could get hit by a car and pull off a car door, but he can't knock the wind out of a 90-pound girl. Nah, that.
And that's the thing with that scene. It's just we're watching that and we know it's like this doesn't jive, and it's not realistic, at all. Let's see. John Ware Jr. says everything about this Kingpin was cheap. Cheap rhinestone on a cheap cane. Cheap weekend at Bernie's leaf shirt. Cheap art school location to do business. This was a man of means and class. Okay, I don't know much about Kingpin. So you guys tell me. Although I do agree about the cheapness because my boss has got money.
Mm-hmm.
And they make no bones about showing how much they have and what they, and what they purchase with that. So what do you guys think about this comment with respect to Kingpin?
I didn't really notice the cane or the rhinestone on it. The shirt stuck out, but I don't know. I think that's kind of Kingpin's MO, so I didn't have a problem with the way he was dressed. It was just more or less the power scale that they gave him, and then that he couldn't really do anything to Kate. That was my biggest issue with Kingpin.
Fast Steven, your opinion? That's the longest exhale.
Struggle to say anything, eh?
I just it's just okay. I'll give the series credit. They were able to make a 6-episode show and wrap up almost all their loose ends and try to do some type of story. At the same time, in doing so, the characters that we're all waiting for the reveal for or rumored for were given half-assed treatment. It was WandaVision in a way all over again for the last part. You go somewhat weak or strong. You get to that middle, all right, you start figuring things out. And then everything comes out. And it's like the things people are most excited for, you put the least interest or energy into. And the one thing that's bothered me, even when it comes to Kingpin, it's not even Kingpin. You gave us a character named Jack, but gave us no closure with Jack. I felt like I got Madam Web from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. They're going off to go find Mary Jane. Same thing. Who are you? Jack's Swordman, you're inviting him to play Renaissance Fair? What?
Right. Right.
I just, he's not the Kingpin from the Netflix, and I understand it can't be the same, but I feel like he belongs somewhere having mojitos with his little Hawaiian shirt, talking about all of the other superheroes he's destroyed. except for that one grape-looking kid.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a coincidence that Jack just happened to come to this party with a sword on his waist? You know what I mean? Like, why the hell are you going to the party with a
After
sword?
he got out of jail.
With
After
Right.
he got out of jail.
sword.
She doesn't have a weapon.
You know what, that in a way I would have given them more credit if it was Jack who turned out to be the bad guy,
hmm
because we're just like, is he really that stupid on purpose, or is it, or is it an act? And I would have bought that, but
He's really that stupid. Yeah.
he's really that dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what does that say? Oh God, I just didn't know.
Anyway, you notice that the only one who actually got what they deserved was the mom for the Armand murder.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked at that.
Yeah, me too.
I really thought they were going to let her just roll out like they did, Wanda. She just rolled out of Westview and no one did anything.
Clobby nailed it.
Well, yeah, but I guess that goes to the reason why Kate ended up going with Clint, right? So they had to find a reason for them to spend more time together. So yeah, the mom gets arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you, Deshka.
Yeah, Bosco. They did.
Mm-hmm.
They did not as bad as they did with Loki, but that's really not saying very much. Saying very much. It's because I was talking Cameron Pasha. We were talking about this on Baby Menace, because he had dropped Disney Plus for a while and now he just got it back. And he's like, I watched Hawkeye, and he's like, what kind of trash writing is this? He's like, I come back and this is what I run to. I said, well, basically all it is right now is filler.
Mm-hmm.
Between all of the MCU movies.
Yeah.
It used to be there really wasn't anything between the movies, so now they're just dropping stuff on the Disney Plus, as filler, and it's not even good filler, really.
It's not. Kingpin, framed with the Chameleon, Peter Parker. He went toe to toe with goddamn Daredevil and other heroes. He controlled Hell's Kitchen. He stroked fear, and he's getting beaten by Singing to the Grapevine, Kate Bishop.
I can't.
It's grape juice Bishop. That's pretty much what it is. And the purple, no.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
It looks like they're going out for tryouts at the Captain America Broadway show.
Yeah.
I feel freaking like that. Again, for all the wrong reasons. Yellow Does It says this Kingpin was visually comic accurate to a sickening extent, which is why I say sticking to the source material doesn't matter. And I kind of get you with that. It's like you can stick to the source material and still F it up, or you can stick to the source material and actually write something that's good. I mean, I didn't really know anything about Kingpin except that he was some kind of mob boss. I'm thinking, okay, I know all the mob boss tropes in my head. I expect to see that. And that's not what I got here. So even on a fundamental level, they couldn't even get that part right.
Yeah.
And that's your baddie. Nah. Oh, hey, Christine. No problem. Drive safe. We'll catch you during the next show. Thank you, my dear.
I have another problem too.
Okay, I was going to bring up Clobber and Tom's comment here, because I love it when I see Clobber and Tom's in the chat, because you guys got comic knowledge too, and Clobber does too. He says, Lorena Creole, Kingpin can not only slug it out with Daredevil, he was originally a Spidey villain and can give him a run for his money. That scene was silly. The cane was from the comics.
Yeah.
It was, and he looked kind of bigger as well, like they bodysuited him a bit. I appreciate that. And how is it in 15 to 25 seconds you can make Matt Murdock and No Way Home look fucking fantastic? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know. Okay.
They made him a fool.
And and that's a problem, because it's like, if you would have did this the right way, could have made that connection.
Right. And I don't mind him being the swordsman or anything. I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense that he's at the party with his sword there. It's like he's waiting for some, like he knows something's gonna happen, and like, hey, now's my chance, I don't know. It's
He
just
just
weird, but
rolled in with it. You don't just roll in with something like that.
right,
On your-
exactly. Especially after just getting arrested for killing somebody with a sword.
Mhm. Which is nuts. Yellow Does It says Jack started to grow on me, but he needed to do something that mattered this episode. He did not. The episode as a whole just delivered on the promises the show's been making. It's a trash plot.
Yeah. hmm I agree with you, Yellow. 100%, bro.
He was just there. I think that's what the part that was irritating me because it's like he's around. Why is he around? Is something going to happen? Some big huge reveal. Where he comes out with a twisty mustache like it
hmm
was, all along
hmm
with this. Even possibly framing Kate's mother for murder, possibly, but they
Right,
didn't do that.
right. He was the
Uh,
Pepe the Pew guy. We, hey, comment ça va? Ça va bien, let's do this, eh? That's exactly what he was.
that is so right. Oh my
That's exactly what he was, man. I was like, really?
Oh man, it was such a darn waste. Oh God,
Mhm.
it's man, Jock. I'm sorry they treated you like that. You really did. You really did deserve better. John Ware Jr. says if they did this to Kingpin, I don't want Charlie Cox to return as Daredevil, and I'm seriously concerned about the Blade reboot. Oh, the fact that the Blade reboot is PG-13 is already a problem.
Yeah, to me too. To me too. I think Blade is one of those movies that you can do an R-rated movie. You should do an R-rated movie. Now, there's always an argument: do any movie needs to be R-rated? No, but some are better when they are. Like Logan would not have been as good as it was if it wasn't an R-rated movie. It just wouldn't have been. So I think they need to do Blade R-rated for sure, hands down.
Ugh, man, they're gonna do PG-13. And Charlie Cox. Okay, granted, shoot, well, y'all should have seen Spider-Man by
Yeah,
now.
right.
Right now. First of all, I didn't even know who Charlie Cox really was, and then he showed up and people in the theater lost their crap. I'm like, okay, so I need to find out who this guy is, which is why I want to watch Daredevil. But don't let Disney handle Charlie Cox. Let Sony Sony handle that a little bit because I really do not trust Feige to do that right. But that's just
Mhm.
me. That's just me. Because if
I said they were going to water down Kingpin, and they did. That's what they did. They
that's
watered
right, you
him
did
down.
say that.
Yeah, and now they're going to do the same thing to Daredevil. So
And PKL Entertainment says there was no explanation as to what happened to Fisk post the events of Daredevil season 3. Is that true?
mhm. Yeah, they didn't really talk about anything that happened after Daredevil. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I think he's gonna be. I still think he's gonna be in the Echo show. I think
Mm-hmm.
he may be the main villain in the Echo show. We're gonna find out that he's not dead, and then maybe we can get more backstory then. But in this one, it was just like fan service.
Because I would honestly think that if you were going to truly do fan service in a way, you would have pulled something from what happened
hmm
in Daredevil from season 3, some kind of nugget that links it together. Even
Right.
if even if like I haven't seen it, but I see something, I'm kind of like, well, what link is there,
hmm
to
hmm
that? But it's some kind of thing from the past. Because as far as I know, he just freaking shows up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just shows up, no explanation how or why he's in the MCU universe. Is it still connected? Is it not? Because there's a lot of questions that they'll have to explain if they do that, right? Because you
Hmm.
have Blade, who was Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage series. So,
Hmm.
like, how do you have two people playing different characters in the MCU if they're making all the Netflix stuff canon? It's weird.
Exactly. Hey, Snorter Poop, it's good to see you. Says hello, humans and other critters. Let's see. Yeah, where's Vanessa? How did he get out of prison? Questions
hmm
people wanna know. Hey, Zachariah. Let's see. And Yellow Doesn't said, nope, Blade doesn't need to be R-rated. No one cares how violently you kill vampires.
Maybe it
Ah,
doesn't, but it'll be cooler. It'll be better. You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
and I kind of agree. Like it's, I mean, you there are vampire movies that are, they're like
mm-hmm.
PG or PG-13, but it's not even. I don't want to even say that it's even just the violence itself. There's other reasons why they'll make a movie that's
Right,
R, whether it's
right.
mature themes,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the storyline. Some people do like vampire kills. I'm one of those weird ones that likes
Mm-hmm.
that. So I like to see them like contorting and all that other stuff and really bloody, disgusting, blowing the special effects budget. But that's just me.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
just that's just me. Some people don't like it that way, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. Now, let's put it this way.
Facts.
If they do it PG-13 and it's a kick-ass story, okay, but I
Right.
don't trust them, and the person that they picked to pen that movie, I don't trust her either. So that's just me.
I
Water
feel you.
down and double rinse.
At least I have
News
something to
news
look
Facts.
forward to on the 24th, though.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I have something to look forward to on the 24th.
What's that?
Just give me 1 second, and I will share it. It's not even. Well, it's kind of in the Marvel universe, Disney universe, but yeah, just for those wondering.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Bosco, thank you so much for dropping
Peace out, guys.
in. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Let's see, what do we got here?
Look who's coming to my Fortnite community as a playable character.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be playable in Fortnite.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in Fortnite?
And they couldn't give us Kingpin. I have Daredevil and everything else, and I just want Kingpin.
Oh, I'm
But
so
they
worried
gave
about
you
the
Boba
Mandalorian.
Fett.
A book of Boba. I'm so worried about it.
Yeah, I have so many questions and I have so many concerns
Yeah, me
when
too.
it comes to that. The only one I have more concerns about is Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I have concerns about that one too. That's the one I'm looking forward to seeing, but I'm like, man, they better be careful what they do because they can make a mistake and just ruin all the continuity that
Yep,
the original has. So they need to be
exactly.
careful. Yeah.
You need to pick up Arcane and just watch Arcane.
Oh, I started
Well,
watching it the other night with my boy Yellow. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
Arcane's awesome.
We're
Arcane's
doing
awesome.
spoilers. Yes, it sucked. There you go.
Yeah, we doing spoilers. Hey, Rogue Disney, how you doing? Let's see. I still wish they had cast Adrian Palicki from Agents of Shield to play Hawkeye's wife in Avengers 2 and Hawkeye. I never watched Agents of a Shield.
I liked it. I
I
liked it.
just never had time. Oh, you did?
Yeah, the
Okay.
first season starts off pretty slow, but then by the middle of the season it gets good, and then the seasons after that are really good. Really good. I don't know
Okay.
why they canceled it or they did what they did with the show, but the show was
Mhm.
really good. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh,
But
okay.
that goes to another thing in this show. The watch, all it was an agent watch with 19 on it. That's it. Like that's the I
I'm
was
looking. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be this big, huge, huge reveal. And it looked like nothing special, just like a Rolex. Flip it over.
right.
And the number 19 on it. I'm like, you couldn't have gotten another one made or something like that? I
It was dumb.
It was stupid. There was no kind of sentimental, at least some kind of connection to going
Mm-hmm.
forward, nothing especially. I just, God, it just didn't. And yes, Rogue Disney, yeah, we were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
We were
She
just talking about it.
supposedly Laura was Agent 19, but in the comic book show she went by the code name Mockingbird.
Okay,
A
so she
fellow
was Mockingbird. Okay.
fellow non-powered superhero like Clint.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
But
That's fine, but if you're not like if you're a normie, you don't know that.
You don't know exactly. I'm just like, it's just a freaking Rolex. You could have gotten another one, and it just didn't. That didn't click for me. If they would have showed some kind of flashback to connect that somehow. I mean, even if it's just a lady's hand and she's closing the folder that has a designation on it, at least you can somehow kind of make that connection a little
Right.
bit. But it just kind of just like dropped in. Hey, PKL Entertainment says, Lorena, do you think Kate is a strong enough character to lead any potential season 2?
No,
Not the way
Mm-mm.
she's written now. Hell no.
No.
not unless
No.
Black Widow Elena's
No.
going to be training her.
And
Yeah.
even then, I don't like. It was cute in the previous episode where they had to go girls' night and bantering or whatever,
Mhm.
but it's not cute anymore. Yelena
Right.
is an assassin,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think having her quote unquote train Kate, I don't. They're going to turn it into some girl power thing, and it's not going to be like the Red Room from Black Widow. That's what I expect to see, and they're not.
Right.
And they're not gonna do that.
And
They're
that
not.
elevator scene was so cringy. It was
Wasn't it?
so dumb.
It was stupid. I'm just like, I can't believe who wrote this.
You
said,
threatened her the last episode. You said, stay out of the way. Don't get involved.
Oh, I
Looked at
like
her
this
like I'm going
move
to
you
kill
did.
you.
Yes. But I like that move you did. Yeah, I like that move. You did.
Right.
Oh, thank you. I'm just like, I like your dress. No, I like your dress too. No, I like your dress. I'm like, no.
Don't make me like you. Like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
God, I can't freaking believe they were. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna believe that they were that. Yeah, Charlie says Ancient 19 was Mockingbird's number. Yeah, I had no clue
Neither did
about that at all. So I'm kind of just like 19 with the symbol on the back. Okay. I almost would have liked it better if it was something that Clint gave her and she thought it was lost forever.
I.
And he happened to find it. I could roll with that, but
Or it had
not
some
really.
kind of tracking device or something in there that they really needed to get it back. Because they have an episode where he's trying to get the watch back and then he gets it off screen in black market. Oh, look what I found on the black market. Like, really?
Yeah.
So he could just wait for the whole black market to come out, not even give a damn.
Right. Exactly. It could have waited till he found it on the black market. And they're like, hey, look, I got it on the black market. But no.
Maybe it's just me, but why would the black market care about some Rolex watch you could pretty much get anywhere unless it had something?
I guess because it had
special
the Ancient 19 on the back.
Or
Yes,
maybe because those watches might have access to shield safe houses that have not yet been either destroyed or found yet.
Then I wish they would have said that.
Exactly, and that's another thing they could have said that. Exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying, Fat Steven. If they could have taken the time
Like
to
Jack.
put these nuggets in there, then it would make sense.
Yeah.
Well, they did. They were too busy trying to get Clint out of a Christmas tree and destroying Times Square.
Oh my God, the Christmas tree.
That Christmas tree looked better than the actual Christmas tree that's at Rockefeller Center, as far as from what I understand. I'm like, that's lit up. That's a nice CGI job they did on that tree. I'll tell you right now, it does not look that good right now. Oh, Legally Oblivious. Hello. I don't think I've seen you in my chat before, so welcome. He says, how'd they ruin Kingpin? Who wants to start?
It's just they.
Oh, I got. Go ahead.
Yeah,
guys.
go ahead. No, you
I'm
first,
going.
Fat
No, I'm going to inhale first because I got a big.
It's just that they watered him down, like I said. In the Daredevil series, he was menacing, he was powerful. Like, he took out Daredevil in that last episode. There's a scene where, like, Daredevil's on the ground, he's just punching him in the face, like banging him out. And then you get to him fighting Kate, and Kate is holding her own. Yes, he did beat Kate through the whole fight. He threw her around like a rag doll, but he pulled a car door off of a car and got hit by that same car, got up and was still having problems like keeping Kate down for the count. That's how they ruined him. It was bad. Fat Steven, you were up next.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. I'm going to lay this out first. Kingpin is a massive body weight. He technically has superhuman strength because of his oversize in general. Claudia, you can correct me on this in general. The man beat the crap out of Daredevil. Has gone toe to toe with Spider-Man. He has gone toe to toe with a lot of other people. He can crush your head like a melon with his hands. Yet he punches Kate
Kate gets winded for 3 seconds, gets back up. It's like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And she puts an arrow in his chest. Not like, oh my God, a sliver. In his chest. Like that was literally right at the beginning, where the middle of the rib cages, where you do that, what was that? CPR and shit?
Yeah.
Trying to save people? He's just like, oh, look, chicken nuggets. Threw it away. He's like, you're pissing me off. And then it just goes to town. I'm like, you have no training to be fighting a super villain who has run Hell's Kitchen for God knows how long, who people are terrified when they hear the name. He gets up close to you. We even have that one scene with Tracksuit Trader. That's what I'm calling him. He's terrified.
Yeah.
He's terrified. And it was like watching James, James fighting the giant, or James fighting the giant Peach, and the giant Peach was just like, I could kill you at any time. He took a car through a store wall.
Yes.
Not just a car. He took a car front end. I've been hit by enough cars to know that.
Yes.
Through a wall. Got back up. His Hawaiian shirt. I noticed he was like, he got little cuts here and there, but you now actually see any cuts on his head.
Freaking
Arrow in the
Terminator.
chest. He did. He's like, I'll be back from a cake. And then it took Kate to she's getting swung around by the arrows and remember the harpoon arrow. He just grabs her, picks her up, and starts swinging around like a kite. Let's play cowboy, mofos, and just throws her over there. I'm sitting there going, you would have broken bones by now. You have no body armor. This shit is made for Renaissance fair. You have nothing to protect you of hard impacts. The whole choreographed scene is not even comic book relatable. It is. Here's the big fat guy. Here's the small woman. Let's see what happens. It's like watching, crikey, that wolf is going after that bunny. Let's see who survives.
I would have had more credit if from a distance she was pulling out, arrows and just trying to shoot his light his ass up. It's like, okay, he's a little too close.
Okay.
All right, I'm freaking out.
Okay.
Or even got punched out, and that was the end of that. I would believe that.
Why didn't she use the electrical field arrow to tie him up?
For real.
Ding.
Or the impact thing that they used on the stairs that literally launched those two tracksuits into the air.
Exactly, because it goes back to what Rogue Disney is saying: the fight coordinator should be sent back to Fort.
Yeah, there actually is that dojo scene, I think, back in Daredevil, where he is fighting numerous people and he had to hold back so he didn't break his trainers.
Right. And then we get the LARPers again.
You ready for that?
That was cringe.
They're like, no one's listening to us. Let's go do this. And then they go put on a suit and everybody's listening to them now? Like,
yes.
Really? Like,
this is for real. We've trained for this. I'm just like,
oh my God, no one told me Monty Python was going to leave the escape. Oh my God. Where's the Black Knight? It's the scratch. God damn it. Sorry.
Oh God. And then the one LARPer who's talking to Jack. Well, we have a guild.
You're right.
I got the black on my tie.
I know.
Honestly,
no.
Jack reminds me of a very bad cigarette or beer commercial from like the 60s or 70s that just got lost out of time.
He's like he's got the Burt Reynolds comb over,
and the mustache that doesn't belong there, like it's super glued on.
Like the mustache, like he's supposed to be twirling the mustache. I would have given him more credit if he's like, LARPer, I got too much class to be a freaking LARP.
You know what I mean?
And just walk off, sheath the sword, and keep walking. I would have gone for that. But yeah, they were absolutely flipping beyond annoying. Okay, I get they.
Yes, they are. That's right, Charlie. Thank you.
I think this is what they think the fans are like in a way, because it didn't seem endearing, like something they figure out and then they happen to save Clint. It was just cringe from beginning to end. Yeah, Yellow does it. I did too, because it just seems so forced and just really insulting. If you're a LARPer, I really feel bad for you, because they really made y'all look horrible. And I know some LARPers.
Can we go back though too, because this is also related to Charlie's comment. Like when I brought this up episodes back, they not only were insulting LARPers, they also insulted the public service of firefighters, cops, and anyone else who does LARPing, and saying even if you have to switch to your imagination
Right.
uniforms to save people. Bullshit. If you guys are trained for saving lives, that comes first. You don't give a crap.
You roll right out and do it, because
Sorry,
I'll
I'm sorry.
never forget. No, I'll never forget. One day I was driving literally at an intersection, and some other car made this illegal turn, hit this other car head on so hard that it flipped over. Okay. This dude stopped, got out of his car, and was like trying to stop traffic. And basically, he was an off duty cop.
Mm, hmm
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And you're telling me these are cops and firefighters and they have to put on their LARPing suit to be able to direct the traffic? Like, really?
God, it's like this is my LARP and see what I got on right now. Oh my God.
And
It's
why
just
were they
ridiculous.
explaining to the cops
That they weren't the bad guys.
Right.
Yeah.
but if they're official from there,
Mhm.
wouldn't they have unless they weren't even, because the whole thing was filled with cops and firefighters and ambulances, right? That's the first thing that she said to Clint, right?
Right.
So technically all they had to do was bring up their ID numbers from whatever house they worked at, whatever precinct they worked at, and it would have been double verified.
And not only that, they are there at the party, right? So they're there because they're helping Clint. They know things are gonna pop off. So
Right.
wouldn't you have your credentials with you as well, just in
And
case
also,
police did come?
and also know where all the major fire exits are technically, because I don't know. I just feel like they were insulting public service. And
Exactly.
I feel you.
I agree. I didn't like that. I didn't like that portrayal at all.
Mhm.
Let's see. PKL Entertainment says, "Do you think Echo still warrants her own series?" As I'm
No.
not so sure. She doesn't, but they're going to do it anyway. It's
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
lineup.
It's called Echo: A Search for My Other Leg. I'm gonna get ready for that.
Yeah, I don't think she needs one. She was underwhelming in the series, and I was just like, I didn't care. You know what I mean? I did not care about her.
I didn't either. I didn't care what happened to her.
Hmm
I didn't really care to see her. I just did it. Now the dude who played her father for those couple of minutes, I actually got
I
invested
liked
in
him
his
too. Yeah,
performance.
yeah, I liked
He
him
was really good.
too. Hmm
But as for her, I don't care. I'm like, there's no need for me to find out anything more about her. But just like they're gonna do with Ironheart, just like they're gonna do
Oh, you
with,
mean the thief?
Marvel's.
Iron
Yeah, the
Thief?
thief. Yeah,
Iron
they
Thief? Yeah, I gotta call Iron Thief.
stole
Yeah,
Stark
Iron
Tech.
Thief. Yeah, Iron Thief.
Stole Stark Tech. So they're gonna again, people hate this term, but it's true. They're doing this whole MCU push, so it's on the slate. It is. It is. It's on the slate for them to give her another show, a show. I don't know who's gonna watch it. I know I'm sure as heck not.
And
hmm
Rogue Disney said Disney is trying to make LARPing cool for the Star Wars hotel.
Yeah.
yeah,
Here
because they LARP like they care about the customer.
here was the funny thing. Oh, that is funny though. Thing is, they had LARPing before. It was called Star Wars Weekends. And people would come dressed up
Mhm.
like they were at a convention.
Mhm.
And they used to be able to go to the parks and wear their own gear, like robes and all that stuff, Jedi robes, stormtrooper outfits, all of that stuff. But Disney put the kibosh on it when they bought Star Wars because they wanted to make money from their own sorry ass merchandise. And that hotel is so in the toilet, man. They probably gonna have to pay people to go to cancel it. It's so bad. Let's see. Yellow Does It says we needed all of that LARP time to develop Echo and
Yes.
Yelena
Yes. Yeah,
storyline.
absolutely. Get rid of the LARP time and develop their stories. I agree with you 100%
Mhm.
because this goes back to a couple last episode where they're fighting on the rooftop, right? 2 episodes ago, and
Mhm.
Yelena jumps off without doing anything. Then in the next episode, she says she's there to kill Clint, right? And then in this episode, they're fighting and she wants to know why, right? Why, what happened to my sister? But before she asks that question, she jumps out of a window, sees Clint, and tries to kill him. So how bad did you want to know the answer?
Okay, question before that, even though Kate actually approaches her mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
She already knows that she's hired Yelena to kill Clint.
Right.
Why didn't she ask her to stop before she went off? What was she doing for the whole time when she disappeared? Where was she?
That's it too, right? Could have done that too. And then after she jumps out the window, she runs and she disappears for like 10 minutes of the fight. Like, you're trying to kill Clint. Why are you Why'd you go? Where'd you go?
I think they're secretly lovers and they were making out in the back alley.
Oh God, I just
Show me your Black Widow. All right, let's do it.
And here's the thing, I really like Yelena. She was like the only part of Black Widow in the movie that I actually liked. So I really wish that they would have just like kicked Echo out completely and just gave her, and just gave her the storyline because that would have actually made sense. Here it's just like, oh, guess what? I show up, I got hired, I'm kicking ass, having girls' night.
They added too much in this series. Yeah, they tried to put too much in the series, and then it all fell apart at the end. It really did.
God, this end was a whole
we
mess.
Called all of this like each episode.
We did. We said the mom was dirty.
And I said it was the debt too.
You said the debt, and I think actually we all had said that her mother is probably the one who hired the Black Widow in the first place.
Yep. All of it.
Turned out that was true. I'm just like, oh, we didn't want to be right that quick.
Hey, the only thing I was wrong about was him faking his death. I said they were going to fake his death, and I was wrong about that. But they still went off in the sunset, and now Kate's with them, so Kate can train with Hawkeye.
Okay, can someone explain to me how Tracksuit Trader caught Clint's arrow?
Oh, I have no idea.
None. I don't.
Neither one.
I don't, and I'm like, okay, I guess they wanted to do that for comic relief, but it's just like, come on, bro, really? Yeah. Jacques, aka the Swordsman, is going to be a LARPer now. I don't know. He was kind of upset about getting blood on his tie, so I can't really see him. I can't really see him LARPing. John Ware Jr. says instead of LARPers, they could have used people into HEMA, historical European martial arts. They at least take swordsmanship and archery very serious with legit training. Yet most of the people that I know, like say at the Ren fairs, they take swordsmanship and archery extremely seriously. I mean, they'll even have like a couple of, I call them classes, but they actually are, where they're teaching them fight sequences and coordination and how to stay safe. And it is a very, very serious thing. So I give them lots of props. So that's probably another reason why the whole LARPer thing offended me, because I know some people who are LARPers and they study this stuff.
Absolutely.
Hey, D Nice Gamer. So wait, what was Clint doing in this last episode? Getting his ass kicked, crying.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, even
getting stuck in a Christmas tree.
Falling
putting little bombs all over the place.
Pretty much what he was doing. Oh, and crying with about to cry with the Yelena. Let's talk. Your sister sacrificed herself, and the only thing that he had to do was do the secret whistle.
Oh yes,
and I was like,
yes,
that's what you're going with. That's what you're going with. You need to beat this heifer's ass and say, your sister saved the world. End of freaking story. Off my back.
When the whistle came up and she stopped, I said, Martha? Did someone say Martha?
Did someone whistle Martha? Why'd you whistle that name?
Really?
You know what?
I was expecting him to like do like the hands from Mac and Me and just start whistling. If you don't know what Mac and Me is, go look it up. It's an alien addicted to Coke.
Oh my God. Hey, Steve, doing really good. Glad to see you. He says, hope you're well today, Lorraine and company. Yes, and thank you for helping mod in the chat. I guess I'm up in the world. I got like 4 bots in my stream now. Reach that kind of level. Let's see. Philip A. Demick says the thing that kicks me in the nuts about these LARPers is 35 years ago, I was a member of the Knights for the Society of Creative Anachronism. What is that? I don't know what that is.
Lost me.
You're going to have to give me some context.
Maybe it's a LARPer thing or something.
Is that like an official LARPing group? Because I know there are like some LARPing groups, guilds out there. It's amazing the work that they go into.
Oh, absolutely.
With LARPing. I mean, we joke about them, but it's just like you laugh, but they're serious about their life. That's for sure. Yellow does it. Nah, Mom Dukes was killing it. That's why they hired Vera Farmiga, and she was great right up until this episode.
No, the Mums was good. The Mums was okay, but I just motivation and stuff like that.
Yeah, the actress, I loved her in the
Right.
Conjuring movies. That's my girl. I loved her. Loved her in those. Let's see. Yeah, I know about slow mode. We just it's only just lately that stuff's happening. So to deal with that. Let's see. PKL Entertainment says, which future shows are you most hopeful for? She-Hulk, Moon Knight, or Ms. Marvel? I'm gonna let y'all go with this.
None of the above.
Thank you. That is the correct answer.
None.
Man, because for real, She-Hulk doesn't look like She-Hulk, and the writers, another one of those SJW crazies. Okay, Moon Knight. I don't know who he is, but I don't trust Marvel to handle it the right way, even if it is Oscar Isaac, right? Isn't he?
Yeah,
Moon
it
Knight?
is. Yeah.
Crap, I got a superficial reason for me at least wanting to stay in the pilot episode, but I admit that. I totally admit that.
Hey, that's fine. There's a lot of shows I watch for superficial reasons
That's
too. Yeah.
That's like with Aquaman. The only reason I watched Aquaman was because of Jason Momoa. I don't really care about the plot. Ms. Marvel, hell no.
I mean, Moonlight would be the only one, but I don't know enough about Moonlight to really care. I will watch all 3 series because I watched them all, but am I excited for them? Or nah, I could care less, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably MST3K it, but it's not nothing that I'm like excited about. I can't even think of any of the Marvel ones that I'm like excited about. I thought maybe Armor Wars, but who knows if that's ever going to freaking see the light of day. Let's see. Philip says one of the founding LARPer groups. Okay. 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 Cool. Props.
Figured as much. Yeah.
Snorta Poopa says, I think the bots are attracted to your ears. Let's see. John Ware Jr. says, why didn't they have Clint, Kate, and Yelena arrive at the Barton Ranch for Christmas? That would have been heartwarming. She could have met Nathaniel Barton, Nat's namesake. That's right. You know what? Because they don't know how to write this stuff. That's a very human thing. And you're right. That would have been a great note to end on. It's kind of like, yeah, Kate's here. I'm like, who the frick is Kate? Okay. Like, okay, you're here, whatever. But just to think of like for Clint's wife to meet Yelena and say, this is Nathaniel.
Right.
That would have been cool. And I don't know characters, so I'm so sorry I can't really say your name correctly. I just see letters I recognize. This is YTL, who says, hello friends, just popping by. Well, I'm very glad you popped by my show. Thank you so much and welcome. Glad you're here. Moon Knight look fire. Do you think it looks like fire? Okay.
Yeah, they showed a little teaser trailer of it, and I'll wait and see when it comes out.
One of the hardest ones to screw up is Moon Knight. Yeah, like I said, Oscar Isaac, I will at least check out the first episode purely for superficial reasons. Clobbering Time says, I hope they don't mess up Moon Knight, but they probably will. Yeah. I just don't really trust them to do that. I mean, look what happened with Hawkeye, especially with the ending. It stuck the landing better than WandaVision, because WandaVision didn't stick the landing at all, but it's like the plane landed and then skidded off the runway and then crashed to the side. But the plane was still intact.
For real.
WandaVision just blew up, on fire and whatnot. Oh, I didn't know this about Moon Knight. Moon Knight was a mercenary brought back to life by the Egyptian moon god, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, we'll
Yeah, he's
we'll see.
supposedly like a Batman type of character, you know. So
Oh,
yeah, we'll see how they do him.
yeah, because right now, let's see. WandaVision started out interesting, but turned out to be crap. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, eh, no, I didn't really like that too much. Just no. I'm sorry. The Shield should have went to Bucky. It really should have went to Bucky in the beginning and have it be Bucky's journey, and
Oh, you
then
say that too? Nah.
yeah, I do. I just don't. Maybe it's because I told you, maybe it's because I haven't read the comics
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, what? I'm like, what do you mean Hawkeye gets a shield? So I heard that was in the comics. But for me, as someone who's just has seen the MCU movies and I know Falcon from the MCU, I need to know Falcon's story. And that's what I thought I was going to really get for the most part in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it didn't, for me, it really didn't make sense for Cap to just give the shield to Falcon. That didn't seem to make sense to me. It felt like to me that the shield should have went to Bucky. If it eventually went to Falcon, I could get that, but it needed to pass through Bucky first, just because that was just my frame of reference. But if I read the
Mm-hmm.
comics, I would probably think differently.
Right. And for me, it wasn't even about the comic book stuff either. It's just Bucky had too much red in him. You know what I mean? He was still wanted by police. Um, Falcon was there from the beginning with Cap. So I thought it was better that he got it for that. But now Bucky is getting that redemption. So
Hmm.
if they wanted to give it to him in the future, I wouldn't have an issue. But I do think that Falcon needs some super soldier serum. He needs something.
He does because he was getting his ass kicked. He
He needs.
couldn't throw the darn shit. I think that was really part to piss me off. It's like you're gonna throw the shield, you need to throw the shield. It's like he's gonna
Yeah.
throw his freaking
Yeah.
arm out. I'm just that just yeah, that just didn't. Loki, Lord, no, I tapped out after the first episode. I said, I can't believe you did that to my boy. I just couldn't. But then this one, I mean, I could actually sit through and watch it all, like kind of like in isolation. But it's
Mhm.
not like overall. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it like a 5.5. Okay, I
Mhm.
will give it a 6 only because they gave me the full
Oh
number
my
of
god.
Rogers the Musical at the end. So I could at least laugh at that cringe.
So I was watching it, right? And I'm the end comes up, so I'm scrolling through to see, oh, is there any end credit scene? And then I get to it and I'm like, wait a minute. They gave us this is
And
the end credit scene? I was like, are you kidding me?
you couldn't turn it off because it was like a
Uh,
train. It's like a train wreck. You
It
had to
was so
watch it
bad.
completely.
What was in sync? Because I didn't see it because I don't have Disney
Uh,
Plus.
oh, they did. Okay, so
You're lucky.
in the beginning when they're watching Rogers the Musical, okay, and we
Uh,
just see that first scene, or we'll see what we saw in Rogers the Musical with all of the Avengers and the characters and all of that. Well, turns out that was actually into like the second half of that number. So
Hmm.
the end credit scene was the whole musical number around around the Avengers
The whole
and
thing.
Rogers the Musical, the whole thing. The whole thing. I can do this all day.
please don't. Please don't. I'll look for real
Oh
work.
my god. I, I
It
I I will say from a purely superficial point of view, they got Tony Stark very right.
he looked right. He
You
did,
look
but
right.
oh my god, I couldn't. Yeah, I'm with you, Yellow. I hated it too. I hated it. I was like, what the hell are they doing?
That was like, we're gonna stick the knife in and twist it a little bit more because it is literally, it is so cringe.
Hmm.
You have to watch it from beginning to end, and it's just like they better not ever do this, but they're gonna do it. Trust me, they're gonna do it. They even showed the show banner
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, they did. Trash.
They did say it. They did say it. Yeah, I get you, Clobby. That's just one of the thing I wanted to know. I wanted to truly know more about him, about Sam. That was just me again as an MCU fan. I wanted to know more about him, and they didn't quite do it as well as they should for me.
I don't think it's an insult because he did get the shield in the comic book, so they're just referencing that. I don't think it's an insult at all. I think he was the one that should have got it. Just my opinion. I think he was the one that should have got it. I just think he needs super soldier serum. I really do.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I keep thinking Bucky, because he does have the super
Mhm,
soldier serum.
mhm.
And that's a vibranium shield, okay? That's
Right.
not something little, that you can throw around. So I would say having them make him captain, they just needed tighter storytelling with that.
Mhm.
And I really wish they would have done more with was it Isaiah?
Isaiah
Was him the
Bradley.
black
Yeah.
super soldier? Yeah, because
Yeah.
they just told. And
Right.
I really think that it would have been more impactful if they would have shown what happened to him, show him
Mhm.
going on those missions, show him when they put him in prison, to give us that context.
Right.
And they didn't. So it's just like y'all could have wrote some of this stuff better. I think that's my main thing because I'm watching. There's like there's so many parts that they could have written so much better to enrich his character, and they just
Mhm.
and they did it. John Weir Jr. says, off topic, your grad school thesis / concentration on combat simulation sounds more than intriguing. Yes, I have a master's degree in computer simulation, worked on computer models, also worked on visual simulators for
Nice.
agencies that I can't talk about. But yes, it was a lot of fun. And I think I talked about this on our show about Arcane because of the motion capture. That's why the facial features and the movement of the actors'
Mhm.
faces and their body movements all
It's
seem so.
fluent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why.
Mhm.
That's why. Qui-Gon, why was Ant-Man there? That's what I said. That's what he said. He said he wasn't in the Avengers. They should have called it the Avengers, the musical. Calling it Rogers is an insult. Oh,
Right.
Rogers the musical? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it's total cringe. The whole number is total cringe, and do not be surprised if they start doing that at the Avengers campus out of Disneyland in California. I'm so not kidding you. Let's see. Next one is we're going to start wrapping up here in a bit.
Mhm.
PK Entertainment says, "Are you excited for Doctor Strange 2 following the trailer?" I have not seen the trailer yet. If I get my act together, I'm doing a video to react to the trailer. I will say that my excitement for the movie is tempered somewhat because rumors are here about certain changes being made. So I still have to see the trailer. So I can't say yet.
Mhm.
How about you guys?
I'm excited for it. I watched the trailer. I think it looks interesting. I seen some things in there that
Jesus, they're
was,
back again.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna come back. I
Yeah.
seen some things in there that looks like it connects to What If, so I'd really be interesting to see how they do that. So yeah, the two movies I was excited for was the Spider-Man and the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And Spider-Man did its job, so I'm hoping Multiverse does it too. Because the rest of those movies that came out, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
So
What about you, Fat Steven?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh. I saw the trailer. I talked backstage with you with one of the characters I have an issue with that makes no sense, that isn't even necessary unless it's. There's just. I'm excited,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not putting in my Spider-Man happiness in the excitement because you've seen what happened with WandaVision and how I fell out with that one.
Mhm.
I'd rather take up crochet at this point.
But I am gonna watch it because I do like Doctor Strange. That's the only MCU movie that I've been interested in seeing after Endgame because I'm still pissed they killed off Tony Stark. I'm really, really annoyed with that.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange is a character that I like. I remember him from the comics, so I want to see Doctor Strange excited, not as much as I used to be. I'm excited that Sam Raimi is directing. That's probably the main reason why I'm excited. Where I even really want to watch it, but we'll see. I
You
hear
enlist
so
Wanda to
many
teach him how to
things
be a
about,
man.
yeah, it's like things that I've been hearing about watering down who Doctor Strange is. It's just I'll have to wait and see. I'm not excited as I was, but I'm still, I'm still gonna see it. Let's
Be a man. I don't understand, Philip. What does that
see.
mean?
Steven needs Wanda to teach him how to be a man. Oh, because she knows everything, right? Right? She's read the Darkhold, so she knows everything, right? Oh God, don't even get me started. Mark B with the C. Hello, my dear. Good seeing you. He says, I've never seen so few cops around the tree in
You
Rockefeller
know what I
Center
mean?
in the Hawkeye finale. Have any of the writers actually been there? No. No, I know. I think if they have, you know what they did if they have, they stayed in Midtown and they didn't go anywhere else
Mhm.
except Midtown because Rockefeller Center is in Midtown. I know that whole area. That's basically where they were. And maybe they shot a couple of side scenes like in Queens or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. But yeah, speaking of ratings, now that we've seen the whole entire 6 episode run, what is your final verdict on Hawkeye? I'll let Enzo go first.
I'm gonna give it a C minus. I mean, average episode was a C to C minus, so I'm giving this series a C minus. Just didn't hit it for me,
Holy
you
crap
know.
again.
Yeah, hey, you made it. They ain't stopping you. They ain't stopping.
5 in
Facts.
unpopular.
Yeah, C minus. It just didn't hit for me, you know. I don't think there was an episode that I said was, oh my god, this was amazing. They were good to bad, you know. So C minus. That's it for me.
That's Steven?
Tracksuit Dracula's get a 10.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yelena gets a 7. The Arrows get a 10. And I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'm very sorry. For that purple goddamn outfit. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
I feel you.
I'm gonna clip that later and use it as a short.
Hello, Darth Arlena says hello, everyone. Oh, I love the Darth Talon AVI. Oh, that's so hot. That's so hot. I love that. I love that. Hawkeye, a character that can leap off tall buildings, but got stuck in a Christmas tree.
Right. Right.
Oh man, I can't with
Right.
that. I can't with that. And Yellow Does It's the same 5 out of 10. No matter how much I love certain scenes and sequences and acting and character relationships, the story is garbage. The
Yeah.
plot is packed and thin. Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of like with you guys, like 5 out of 10. I think, well, I said 5.5. I said 6 because I do like that cringe ass musical, but it's purely for cringe to laugh at. The stories I don't feel were written very, very tightly. I just don't think the quality of writing for the show was very good at all. If it wasn't for the Christmas backdrop, giving us member berries from like say Die Hard, National
Yeah.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I don't think anybody would have paid attention to that. Take Christmas out, would you really even give it a second look, not really. And that's exactly how they played it up was, oh, we need something to put in there for, for Christmas. It was too easy to figure out who the villain was. I said the mom was Hans Gruber. It turns out that pretty much, who it was. And I wouldn't go back, and the only reason I've had to watch it twice is because I was reviewing it for this show. But honestly, it's like Marvel, y'all can do way, way, way better than this. And you're not. Maybe you need to just like not do some Disney Plus shows for a while.
Or get new writers, man. You know what I mean? Like,
tell me about it.
Yeah, get new writers, because their writers right now are horrible.
They're garbage. Yeah. Cameron was like, "What crap is that?" And for people who don't know, Cameron Pasha is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Okay, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have him on the show. I think the second Tuesday in January. So
nice.
He's the one to ask you about writing questions and all the stuff coming out of Hollywood. Hey, Apollonie, how you doing? I forgot Hawkeye was even released. Too focused on B of B coming up. Book of Boba Fett. Oh, okay. I think I'd shake my head.
For real.
Yeah, but that is coming up. That is coming up next week.
Yeah,
we're actually going to be streaming about that on the day after, on the 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you're subscribed to my channel, keep an eye out for when the announcement for that goes up. And let's see, last one we're going to let in here with Mark D with the C. Hawkeye, an Avenger, is relying on LARPers, no offense, LARPers, in a fight against Kingpin and his crew. He doesn't have anyone else to call.
For real.
Real. Bucky couldn't roll in.
You know what I
mean? Ant-Man couldn't roll in. That was a movie I did not think I was going to like, and I turned out really liking Ant-Man.
He could have called Rhodey, something.
Oh, yeah, give me some of that Stark tech.
Yeah, because he had the arrows, right? He had Stark tech. That's what he's building his arrow stuff from. So where'd he get that from? He must have called somebody to get it.
Shoot. Could have been like, hey, let's have a mini reunion, But you know what? They had to do that because you know what? They probably weren't going to pay that kind of money. They already had to pay Jeremy Renner and Haley. They probably weren't even gonna do that. Okay, well, as usual, folks, thank you so much for joining us here today. I want to thank Enzo for joining us through this whole series, and thank you, Fat Steven, for putting up with this series.
You do it because I love you.
I appreciate that, my dear.
And I want to say thank you guys for having me. This was great. If you ever want to reach out and do something else, I am more than available to do it. I had a great time with you guys, man. Good show. It was fun. Thank you.
Awesome. Love having you here. And folks, so that's going to end it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, please do hit that like button. I so do appreciate that very, very, very much. Everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we will see you guys later. Peace. Bye.